You know what sucks the most about living through this time period? It's that all of this weird shit, all of this perverse shit has become normalized in American culture. Trump and his billionaire buddies have done some of the most vile shit. Shit that we would have never even been able to come up with as a premise. And the more horrible shit that we hear that he has done, the more we just tend to let it slide. He's now told us why he had his big breakup with Epstein, and it wasn't what we were told all along, that it was over some sort of real estate deal. But instead, he was mad that Epstein was poaching his staff, especially the young girls. Why did Trump have young girls working for him in his spa? Who knows, but we're just gonna let that slide. Why are we the people allowing him to stay the president after he has admitted that he rigged the election and he says things like this about him raping people?
She actually indicated that she loved it. Okay? She loved it until commercial break. In fact, I think she said it was sexy, didn't she? It was very sexy to be.
And then we've had over a decade of the most perverse, gross, nasty behavior that anybody could ever put forward. You know what term I keep hearing over and over again, and it makes my stomach turn every time I hear it? Sweetheart deal. Jeffrey Epstein was able to plea a sweetheart deal. Why are we using the term sweetheart with a sex trafficker on the regular? And some of the people that I feel the most for in this whole situation are the kids that are growing up thinking that this is presidential. This is normal because this is all they've ever known. Like they were too young to really know what Obama was about. So their first introduction to politics was Trump campaigning to be president and just being his worst self. And I know there's going to be people who look back on this time period and say, how could you guys let this happen? Why didn't anybody do anything? And we're just going to be like, well, we were trying to do the electoral process and everything, you know? And it just goes to show how complacent we have become as a society that we have just kind of watched all this happen and been like, what are you going to do? I just feel like I wake up sometimes and I'm just in this crazy world that it just doesn't seem real. Like, this is not anything like any part of my life has been. Could you imagine if Nixon was around today and somebody was just like, Watergate cover-up? Who cares? We've had people drop out of presidential races because they had an affair and they were caught. Trump was caught on a hot mic on TV saying that he likes to sexually assault women on the regular, and everybody was like, yeah, I'm voting for that guy. And since he's been president, we've learned more and more and more depraved shit, and still, we just kind of like, that's just him. I'm beginning to wonder if 2012 was really the end of days, and this is just what it looks like.